This is Russ. I am on the North Branch Trail. Yeah, this is the trail that I took when I was in high school. And I kind of grew up in this general area, and this trail I have not been on since I got the e-bike. It takes me about 21 miles to get here. So I've been riding for quite a while now. What time is it now? It's about 9:05. I think I left it around 7:40ish, something like that. So yeah, this is a trail that I wanted to do for a long time. And like I said, I haven't been on this trail since high school days. Now this should bring us to the Botanic Gardens. Now one of our viewers, Mario, mentioned that I can actually go into the Botanic Gardens with the bike, and I looked it up on the website and he is correct. Can't do all of it, but you can do the outskirts of it. So with any luck, we'll try to do that. On your left. This kind of reminds me of Bussy Woods. It's covered quite a bit. So we're going to go through some forest preserved areas. There's also stables around here too. So you get a nice whiff of the horses. So I remember doing this path many years ago. I remember doing this on my own once, all the way up to Botanic Gardens. And then I did it with nephews and nieces. And that's when I finally realized I was having some problems with my knee. Because with such a long ride to go, my knee started hurting, and I think that was the beginning of when I started realizing I needed to get my knees scoped out. Now I have to kind of remember how to go on this path. It's kind of ducking underneath branches that stick out. I guess I just followed the rest of the bikes. There's quite a few of them out here. So we'll be crossing Goff Road. Okay, so now I can pass everybody, or I could hang back and then you can watch them ride. Maybe we'll hang back and watch them ride. And we're in no real rush, obviously, so I don't need to go really fast. But I do know that after a while I get kind of tired of waiting. So I may end up passing people. Should we pass them? I guess we should pass them. On your left. Thank you. Yeah, after a while I kind of get impatient, end up passing people. Now these other guys with the fancy road bikes, maybe we'll go past them, I'm not sure. Yeah, I remember doing this path when I was younger, and I remember being really tired out from doing it. I don't think I'll be that tired out this time. I mean, I've already ridden at least 21 miles to this point, and I'm not tired. Yeah, so a lot of the things I'm seeing are things that I kind of remember. I remember I could only go so far, and then I ended up having to turn around because I knew that it would be tough to get back. And in the case of now, it's more an issue of battery. Make sure you have enough battery to get yourself back. But I'm still on the original first battery that I'm running, which is the latest Chinese battery. I have a gut feeling I'm going to have to pass. But it's hard to pass because there's oncoming people, so you got to find an opportune time to do it. So alongside of us to the left is a bridle path for horses, and on occasion, if you're lucky, you'll get a horse rider going by. I don't know what it is this early in the morning. I'm sure they still do them in the mornings. So these guys are doing about 13 miles an hour, or something like that. Alright, maybe we should make our move. On your left. Okay, so I can talk a little more freely. Yeah, there are roads you do have to pass, so there is a lot of start and stop, I guess. Let's make sure these guys are turning left, so we don't want to be turned into. I recall reading also, people were commenting that you had to cross so many streets, but hey, we do that with the Prospect Heights Trail, so I'm kind of used to it. So I've just noticed that the battery, if I throttle, will drop down to 4 bars on my battery meter. We're at 22 miles roughly. If I pedal, we're still at 5 bars. Now, I've been pedaling mostly at pedal assist level 3 and using the throttle to get here. I would say 50-50, something like that. And I'm trying to pedal more than throttle, try to get more out of this battery. But I have a second battery, and I know that battery will do 49 miles if I'm careful. And we've gone about 22 miles, so I know that I can make it back with that other battery. But I need to keep an eye on the mileage. I think if this thing hits 40 miles, I think it's time to turn around. So we'll see how far we can get up to before being forced to turn around. So yeah, this is something I thought I would never be able to do again. Yeah, good time for getting an e-bike and batteries. I think range is more important to me than the fastest bike. Now there's a separate path. This one's going over the top. I don't know where the other one goes to. I think there's a section where you could go around in a circle. Maybe this is part of that. I'm not sure. So we're going over the top of the street. That's why we got this nice bridge. I remember being younger and going over this bridge and thinking it was really cool. I still think it's cool. The question is how far is Botanic Gardens? I don't really know. I was guessing 10 miles from when we got onto the path. I don't know. But I do know this. I need to stop and reset the camera pretty soon. I set a timer on this for 16 minutes. We've got about another minute and a half. But I really got to find a spot that I'm not in anybody's way, and I think I've traveled enough that I'm not, but you never know how many bikes are behind you. Yeah, I think we'll do it over here. Let me pull over a little bit. Okay, now the last time I did a recording, my camera was angled way too high. I hope it's not too low. That's the problem with this particular camera. I can't see what's being recorded, and I can only assume things are angled correctly. Of course, being on your chest, you know, kind of bounces around as well. So I apologize for that. Maybe one day we can buy a better camera. So I believe we're going over the top of the Skokie Lagoons area. Yeah, it's kind of peaceful, but it seems to be busier than some of the other paths we've taken in the past. It definitely does kind of remind me of Bussy Woods in that sense, but it has a different feel to it for sure. Okay, there's a split off here. One goes to the left, one goes to the right. So we're taking the one to the right. I don't know if that's correct, but we're doing it. Okay, so I think we got to cross here. And I guess we go here. I'm trying to remember what I had done many years ago, and I believe this is what we did. So this is the village of Northfield, according to the sign. So I'm looking around, and I don't know what this building is that we're passing to the left. Looks like a school. Oh well. All right, so where are we headed? Headed in the right direction. I'm thinking we are heading in the right direction. I do recall going under a tunnel. So here we go under the tunnel. Now this is lit, but you could barely see in here. Again, throttling drops me down to 4 bars, pedaling gets me at 5. So I'm thinking this battery probably has another 20 miles at best, something like that. That's my guess. We're sitting at 24 miles right now, total travel time, or travel distance, I should say. Now, let me say this, the first time out with this battery, I got 39 miles before the battery meter on my display started blinking 1 bar. And as you charge it more often, it does get you more range. So you need several good charges to get there. And I've done about 3 deep charges already on this battery. So I'm guessing we're going to get more range today out of it than we did on that first ride to come out here. Yeah, this is looking familiar. I mean, it's so many years ago that I've done this. But I'm thinking back, and I'm thinking, yeah, this does look kind of familiar, having done this before. But man, it was so long ago. Would have never thought I'd do it again. Really. So I credit the e-bike giving me the opportunity to do it. I would never be able to do this on a regular bike. My knees wouldn't be able to handle it. My stamina would never let me handle it. So overall, yeah, I would say it was good to get the bike. Now I do have my headlight and tail lights on. Tail light is blinking, headlight is a constant. These are not very bright headlights or tail lights. I think one day I would like to get a bigger one. There's a deer off to the right. I don't know if you can see him. It's a really small one. Yeah, he's just wandering in there. Yeah, so he's seen our first deer here already. So we are passing through Lagoon Drive. All right. It says Botanic Gardens, keep going. And that's what we're doing. We're going to keep going. So I have not taken a break at all. I've been riding an hour and 45 minutes now for 25 miles already. Some people have asked me how I'm able to handle it being on the bike for so long. You know, it's like, doesn't your butt hurt? Well, hey, I got that Bikeroo seat. It's nice and cushiony. It doesn't have a suspension seat post, but I don't really think I need one. You know, over the years I learned that when a bump is coming up, I just kind of stand up on the pedals. Now, I didn't want the Bikeroo seat that had the springs because, as you know, my other bike, my mountain bike, had one with springs. Not a Bikeroo, but another brand. And one of the springs kind of, I don't know if it's loosened up or it's not broken, but it's kind of like loosened up, so you're kind of tilted to one side. So I didn't want to do that again. So I ordered the Bikeroo seat with the elastomers, which is essentially rubber springs. That's its bounciness, is the rubber part of it. There's really no bounce to it, but the seat is nice and cushiony. It is the same seat. It's just whether you get the springs or you don't. My recommendation is if you don't want to mess with springs, get this one. I will say that I have been drying out more since being on the bike for 25 miles. So getting a drink of water is nice. And it was also recommended to me to carry more water. So I have another bottle of water on the down tube. You know, I have a bottle holder there, but I usually don't put anything there because it gets kind of dirty. Things splash up on it. So what I did is I took an old Mountain Dew bottle. Yeah, I don't drink Mountain Dew. Okay, maybe at one time I did because I had the bottle. It's got water in there now. But that bottle fits the bottle holder pretty nicely. Doesn't fall out or anything. So I don't plan to drink out of that bottle. What I plan to do is refill the standard water bottle. If the one that's on my basket kind of runs out, I'll just refill it with the other one. So I'm never going to really be drinking out of that one. It's just holding water. So what do you guys think about this trail? I think it's pretty nice. I mean, if it gets us to the Botanic Gardens, and if I have enough battery and I can go through the gardens, that's pretty nice. And alongside of us is actually the highway. That's I-94, I believe. So if you hear some rumbling of cars, that's what you're hearing. I've been in the Botanic Gardens quite a few times. As you know, I was a photography instructor. Had my own photography school, and I brought a number of my students to the Botanic Gardens for field trips. So I kind of know the gardens in and out, but I don't know the path of where the bikes go, because I don't usually take that. So if we are able to get into the gardens, I'm going to have to kind of figure out where to go. This is nice, some nice water over here. Where are we? I'm trying to read the signs here. I don't know. There's water to the right of us. I'll have to check a map. Find out what that is. Yeah, I never really thought I would be riding this far, this long on the e-bike, but hey, I'm glad to be able to do it. And we got the head nod. We got 3 more minutes before I gotta redo the camera. Where are we at? It says Skokie Lagoons, Tower Road, boat launch. Okay. Assuming we keep going straight. Yeah, hey. If I had my fishing rod, I could just fish Skokie Lagoons. Going over the water. Where does this head? Where does this go? So as you see, let me angle the camera a little bit here. Sorry for that. You see on this side, that's Skokie Lagoons. There's also some on the left side too. Let's see if I can grab the camera, angle a little bit. This is where having the throttle really helps out. Grabbing the camera and pedaling would be tough to do. Grabbing the camera and using a throttle is a lot easier. Okay, where are we supposed to go now? Looks like we need to take a left. Well, I guess they're gonna let me go, so I will go. All right. I'm just assuming I'm heading in the right direction. I have no idea. I didn't see any other option. So yeah, lots of water to my left. Now, I have fished the Skokie Lagoons before with friends. Fishing Jim, my friend Gail. Yeah, we've been out here before. We've caught stuff out here. So I think it's the first time I've actually been able to say that we've caught something out here. All right, I gotta change out the camera.